What's going on, everybody? So I really wanted to bring this video to y'all because this is something that I missed during an install, and it really does make a huge difference. So I did an install on the TBR Two Brothers Racing Megaphone, the 2-in-1. I didn't notice it until after I was riding and I felt some vibration in my feet, and I noticed that the pipes were touching the floorboards. This is very, very important. You do not want that. Not only is it gonna scratch up the pipes, it'll annoy the hell out of you. So I have this product from Hogworks, and I'm gonna show you all that right now. So here we have the floorboard extension kit from Hogworks. Not only is it going to help bring those floorboards out, it's going to help with that heat, bringing your legs out a little bit further. Now I do have the Ciro 3D highway peg mount system, but it'll be the exact same thing as far as removing it. You're going to have one screw right here and one screw right here. So to take these screws out, I'm using a 5/16 hex bit. Now for the floorboard extensions, these two right here are the exact same. So you would just mount those towards the front, and then these would go on the rear, but you do have a shorter one and you do have a longer one. Your longer one goes on the left side and the shorter one goes on the right side. Now, if you use Loctite, which you always should, I highly suggest you thread chase your holes. Now for the floorboard extension for the rear, you have this little nipple right here. It's gonna sit right inside of there. Now this extension goes on the front. It's gonna sit right there. So when you put it on your floorboard, it's basically gonna line up this nipple with this nipple. You have a hole right there, set that on there, and it goes on just like that. And then for the front one, it sits on there just like that. Now, because I do have the Ciro 3D highway peg mount system, I'm going to reuse the same bolts because they are a little longer to accommodate for that mount. And for all these screws, I will be using blue Loctite. So I'll put my floorboard extension on, I'll run my screw through, and same thing with the front. Now, I highly suggest you get all your screws started before you tighten them down. Now, this is only if you have the Ciro 3D highway peg mounts like I do. They do provide you with a screw, but because of the spacers, this screw will be too short. So I will use one of the Hogworks screws to reach that hole. So these floorboard extensions brings out about 1.5 inches, plenty of room. Also, if you have an air breather that kind of gets in the way of your knees and your floorboard, these extensions will help with that, bringing your legs out. Also bring your legs away from the exhaust, giving you more airflow through there. Now, anytime I do scratch up my pipes, depending on how severe it is, I do like to use these little Sharpies. You can kind of touch up your scratches with this. So it's gonna be the exact same thing for the left side. Now the torque value for these screws is 36 to 42 foot-pounds. So another great product from Hogworks. Not only does it help with extending those brackets out so it's not touching the pipes, but it also helps with comfort. And it's a very, very simple install. Other than that, I'll see you on the next one.